Hi everybody, we're back with another YouTube video and we're here at the Longina Phillips Design Studios and I am here with the woman herself, Miss Lola Phillips. Very excited.
Hi everyone. It is indeed very exciting.
It is. We've had a lot of people, a lot of you guys asking us certain questions over, whether it was last week when I asked you guys to, give us what you do for a living and to give us some market research and stuff. We get a lot of people asking questions that I can't answer. They're specifically questions for Lola herself. And I always feel so bad because those questions, I've been storing them away for like today, which I couldn't really tell you that we were doing. But it's finally time and she's gonna answer your questions.
Here I am.
Here she is. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so question number 1 is, what would you tell your 18-year-old self? Like, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self if you could go back in time?
Try anything. Try everything.
Yeah.
Everything's possible, and that's the time to do it. We hear that all the time, be fearless, be adventurous, but it's very, very true.
Yeah.
And in actuality, try things that at the beginning seem to be more difficult and you have a natural resistance.
Right.
Because in actuality, it's never as hard as you think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's good advice for everybody, I think. I feel like it pays to take risks sometimes and to do what makes you feel uncomfortable. Maybe.
Well, it's just something out of your comfort zone, but it pushes you out and you discover something about yourself that you actually have an ability for problem solving, and that hesitation or procrastination was not necessary because you actually could do it.
Yeah. Well, that's good advice for everybody. So, next question. Tell us about one of your first failures and how did you overcome it?
I actually never think that I fail, and that is true. Things just don't work out the way I want them to, so I try again in a different way. So I don't really blame myself that I should have known better, because at the time I didn't.
Yeah.
And once I failed, then I know better.
Yeah.
Then I've learned something.
Yeah.
And the next time, tomorrow, I do it in a totally different way, and it works. And even if it doesn't work, then I try again.
Yeah.
So I have a tenacity, and I don't give up. I always try to find another way.
Yeah.
And, it's a thing of knowledge, and you learn, and you don't know everything. So you have to give yourself that room for learning and actually making mistakes, and mistakes are healthy.
Yeah, they are. I think everybody has them, and I feel like a lot of the times if I make a mistake on something, you feel like, oh, it's just me, I'm no good.
Yeah, but I don't even think that it's a mistake. I think it's just that you're simply learning about something new. So it could be even things like, you open up a new recipe in a cookbook.
Yeah.
You would not think that if that cake didn't turn up, you'd made a mistake.
Yeah.
It's just, for whatever reason, it just didn't turn up, so you try again.
That's a good analogy.
And the same in what we do every day.
Yeah. Good answer. Next question. Who were or are still your industry idols?
It's a very deep and very broad questions. You can't really pick on anybody, because it might be something in a movie you saw, it might be an exhibition in an art gallery, it might be a story you read in a magazine. There is just so much out there that in that particular moment might be your idol, or might be, you might be so inspired by that exhibition or what you've just seen.
Yeah.
So that idol can be anything. It can be a book, it can be walking in a park, it can be a beautiful flower in a garden. It can,
it can come from anywhere at any time.
I mean, to me, it's really more about the inspiration and that moment that it happens.
Okay, next question. It's like I'm drilling you today, what were your 3 most influential go-to books for inspiration? Or what even are? Like, it doesn't have to be in the past, it could even be still now.
Well, I'm a very avid book collector, and if you ever come to our studio, you will see we have a huge, huge library. The books depend on the moment, on the day, what you're working on.
Yeah.
But one of the books that I do remember buying and poring over is this Handbook of Ornament. I recommend for everybody to purchase it.
I'll leave the link below, so for everything that we mentioned
Yes.
today that you can get.
It is a wealth of information and a wealth of inspiration.
Yeah.
It's historical of things that were done, and it's always relevant.
I feel like that's a good trait in a book if it's
It's
something
not-
that's relevant forever.
Yes, it's not expensive.
Yeah.
It's informative, it's historical, and it's always inspirational. So that's, and you can see this one has been used, lovingly used by
It's
many,
been
many
very
hands.
well loved.
That's
Yes.
right,
But I
yes.
feel like so many of our books are here. We've got a very big collection of books.
Another book that I think should be perhaps in everybody's library is this one, Textile Designs. There have been quite a few editions of this, and I have been known to buy two of the same books because the cover changed. And I thought, oh, that's a new one. But in actuality, it was exactly the same
thing.
book with a different cover. So this is again a historical kind of encyclopedia of different styles of design. So if you're starting to be a designer, that's a very, very good reference,
Yeah.
because you can look at different things, anything from foulards or what they call here meta designs, which is red. Meta stands for red, but they also look foulards. This is checks, spots. Here you've got historical ones. So this is a very, very good reference of the kind of designs that you might be working on in your career. So highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Again, not expensive at all. But
It
should
covers
be,
everything that you need.
Yes, should be
Yeah.
in everybody's library. And this book here, The Printed Textile, that's probably one of the first books I've ever bought before I even knew that I was going to do what I was going to do. I
You just loved it?
No, it was on a sale table. It was on a sale table, I don't know, in the time I think it said something like $5. And I said, I'll
Gotta
have
have
one
it.
of those.
Well, there you go. It's paid off because you still got it.
Yes,
years and
still
years
have
later.
it. And you know, it's I look at it very, very fondly.
Well, there you go. There's 3 that you can add to your collection, which again I'll leave below so you don't have to worry about quickly typing down any names.